Do you have any other advice for students who are contemplating their closure exercise?
Sure. If you have an idea, do some reading before you like think that you don't have an idea, or if you're a little bit not sure, think back to some classes that you've had that were interesting, or think to some ideas in just like the political world or in kind of, your experience that you think political science probably has something to say about this, and spend a little bit of time just reading a couple of things written about this by political scientists. And if you're lucky, you can even find there are often articles that are kind of literature reviews in themselves that political, because we write these all the time and publish them, where you'll get a sense of maybe what type of research is out there on this topic. And so before, even if it's, a thesis, closure exam, whatever it is, I think it's really important to come not just with like a vague idea, like that's fine, and your advisor and your chair will give you some more ideas, but do some reading. And if you don't like reading about this topic, do not choose it. Choose a topic you love. So if you're like, I like reading this stuff, like this is really like the one we just oversaw, the woman who chose this closure on elections, she was an elections judge since she was like 17 or something. And so she thinks elections are super interesting. So she wanted to read about that for 4 months. I would be so bored. And I have had to read about that for graduate school, but I don't find that interesting except when people write brilliant things about it. That's not what gets me motivated. I like reading about the criminal justice system. That's really interesting to me. I like reading about Title IX policy. I like reading about public policy. If you like reading about elections and voting and campaigns, some people love campaigns. They think that's so interesting. I don't at all. I'm happy to oversee closures about it, although Dr. Garris cares more about campaigns than me, because that's like what his research is about. But if that's your thing, geek out. Choose something you find really interesting. If you don't know what you're interested in, do some reading, and you're gonna know pretty quick if you want to read about this thing for 4 months. If you can't even get through one article about it, pick a different topic because you're gonna have to read a whole bunch of them.